Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. Have you guys heard about the great debate that's going around online today? Which female music artist would you rather get a stage dance from? Y'all know how I get down already. Strap in. This might be the longest Trent Out Loud podcast ever. I got a list. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, y'all, it's Tuesday morning, and what do I say every Tuesday? Let's just be happy. It's not a Monday morning. Let's get it. All right, I have a great show set up for you guys on this Tuesday morning. I have 4 lead stories. We're going to kick it off by talking about Kim Kardashian wanting to strip Kanye West of his legal custody of their 4 children. Universal Music Group files to dismiss Drake's lawsuit, claiming that he's only suing them because he lost the rap battle. And Yolanda's family partially blames Selena for her own unaliving. And there is a question going around online that we are going to answer at the Trent Out Loud podcast. Which female artist, music artist, would you like to get a stage dance from? Y'all know I got a lot of answers for that. In quick news, we're going to talk SZA, Kendrick Lamar, Beyoncé, U.S. gas prices, Chole Bailey, Eggo Ice Cream sandwiches, LiAngelo Ball, the Tate brothers, Forever 21, Elon Musk, and Tamar Braxton. As always, we're going to close out the show with comments of the day, questions of the day, social discussions of the day, and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this Tuesday show. Let's go. All right, we have a little bit of a breaking story for you guys. Johnathon Majors admits to putting hands on his ex-girlfriend in unearthed audio. And by putting hands, I mean STRANGLING. Wow, that is huge. Do you know how many people were defending this guy and how much he vehemently denied doing anything like this? And now this audio comes out. All right, this is huge. This just came out, so just give me a second to gather my information here. And it's going to be hard to read because there's got to be a lot of words that I cannot say. But I'll just let you guys know what's going on. Actually, let's just jump to the audio. Let's go to the audio. Take a listen.
I never wrestled with a woman before. And it's just
you strangled me and pushed me against the car.
All those things are under aggressive.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me. So I'm
because I said something sarcastically, if in your eyes.
Clearly it's more than that.
Yeah.
Clearly
something inside is.
Okay, where was this audio all throughout the trial? Why is this only coming out now? This is crazy. Anyways, again, like I said, this is just coming out right now. I'm going to read to you guys what's going on. There's a couple of words that I can't say here, so excuse me, but I'll try to make sense of it. And like I said, this just came out, so just give me a second here. In a recent Surface audio recording from September 2022, actor Johnathon Majors admits to physically assaulting his then girlfriend, Grace Jabbari. In the recording, Major acknowledges he aggressed Jabbari, who responded by stating, "You STRANGLED'd me and pushed me up against a car," to which Major agrees and says, "Yes, all those things fall under aggressed." According to Rolling Stones, this revelation follows Major's December 2023 conviction for misdemeanor assault and harassment related to a separate incident involving Jabbari in March 2023. He was sentenced to probation and mandated to complete a 52-week DV intervention program. In March 2024, Jabbari filed a lawsuit against Majors alleging defamation, assault, battery, citing a pattern of abuse from 2021 to 2023. The lawsuit was settled in November 2024. Major has not publicly commented on this leaked audio. His representative had no response when requested for comment. Wow. If you guys remember this whole trial where the video where they were all running around New York City, remember he was in the car with her. She says that he was doing things and putting hands on her in the car. And he says, "I wasn't doing anything." Cameras caught them. But in the car, you couldn't see anything. And then he was running away from her. And then she was chasing him all around Manhattan. It was a huge trial. He lost all of his acting roles. Disney dropped him and all of that stuff. And he got off with, well, not got off because he got found guilty but he got off without any jail time and he had a misdemeanor, and there couldn't be any evidence to try him for anything else. But now this video is coming out with him saying that he's admitting to these things that he just went to trial and said that he didn't do. Wow. Johnathan was just getting back his footing. He was saying that, was it Disney or Marvel? Maybe it was Marvel. I don't remember. Like I said, I didn't have time to situate myself in this story. Sorry. But whether it be Marvel or Disney, anyways, you guys know that he was huge, right? Johnathon Majors was huge. He was in, Wakanda and all of that stuff. So anyways, I'll figure out what's going on. I'll tell you guys more tomorrow. I'm sure by the time we have tomorrow's show out, he will have responded. It's going to blow up and everyone's going to be talking about this. I just wanted to get it in quickly. Audio has released from 2022. Johnathon Majors has admitted to putting hands on Grace Jabbari. Wow. I'm not saying I had his back, but I was like, yo, not too sure who I believe in here. I was really on the fence about this, but of course I didn't hear this audio. Wow, this is shocking. Anyways, let's go on to the first lead story. Our first lead story, Kim Kardashian stripping Kanye West of legal custody is an option after he posts "The man makes the final decision." All right, I've been telling y'all for a while that I'm fed up of Kanye West, and it looks like Kim Kardashian is too. Listen to this. Let's jump right into it. Kim Kardashian is mulling over a big decision, whether to go to court and ask a judge to strip Kanye West of joint legal custody of their 4 children because her ex-husband has flagrantly ignored their custody agreement. The latest legal battle was set off after Kanye agreed in a mediation Friday not to release a previously recorded song in which their daughter North raps. The track, Lonely Roads Still Go to Sunshine, also includes a phone conversation between Diddy and Kanye. Thing is, Kim was vehemently opposed to letting North participate in any way, and according to their divorce settlement, they both have equal say in making decisions for their kids. All right, so before we jump into this, I just want to put up the tweet that Kanye tweeted out. You'll see it's March 16th at 9:37 after all of this song and everything came out. Kanye West posts and says, "The man makes the final decision." Okay. For those of you who didn't see yesterday's episode, go check it out and come back. But if you don't want to listen to the whole thing, I'll give you a quick snippet. The article alluded to it. Over the weekend, Kanye West put out a song with him, Diddy, Christian, which is Diddy's son, and North. Okay. And on the phone conversation, I actually didn't even say this yesterday. On a phone conversation, Diddy and Kanye are like having like a boys like talk, like, yo, bro, you were the man to me. You were like a father. You helped raise me even when you didn't know me and everything that's going on. Almost kind of like normalizing Diddy, which is ridiculous. And you have your daughter on the track. I just don't understand what he's doing. Totally agree with Kim's decision not to have North on the track. I even said that yesterday before I heard that phone conversation part that's on the track, okay? Anyways, brings us to today now with Kim saying, what is the point of us having this dual custody and these agreements when you go and do whatever you want? Now, yesterday, I gave Kim a little bit of shade saying she was the only one that owned the full trademarks, so she shouldn't be in control. But like I said yesterday she said, hey, only one person can have a trademark. And I said, first of all, that's not true. But even if you are in a state that does that, you should have a legal contract after that says, doesn't matter who owns it, both parents have to have say. And now it comes out today where she's saying both parents need to have say. So Kanye West is fully in the wrong. Yesterday I said they were both in the wrong. Now that we have the full story, Kim is not in the wrong at all. And it's totally Kanye. They both have equal rights over the children, how I agree it should be. And Kanye West is just not even listening to what she's saying. He is completely in the wrong. And I think Kim should take custody away from him. I totally do. Y'all know every time I talk about kids and fathers, I'm always adamant about both parents being in the children's life, especially fathers being in the child's life. I've dragged Dr. Umar over it. I've dragged LiAngelo Ball over it. Who was the other guy that... was talking about their children. Anyways, I can't remember, but y'all know how I get down with that already. However, DDG. okay? But when it comes to the father not doing the right things, that's when you gotta go, dude. And you putting your daughter on a song with Diddy and you're normalizing Diddy on the song? Bro, this is too much. This is too much. Too far. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. Check out yesterday's episode. Listen to this episode and you comment. And if you think that Kanye West is fit to have full custody, knowing that he has if he's fit to have dual custody, and do you think that he should keep his dual custody, knowing that he is going against the agreement that he has right now? What's the point of having dual custody when you do what you want? He would love to have full custody, but he doesn't. I think full custody should go to Kim. That doesn't mean that he doesn't get to see. That just means that he doesn't have any choice to make any decisions, and everything decides on her until he could start making proper decisions. No, it's over. This is crazy. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Our second lead story. UMG files to dismiss Drake's lawsuit, claims he's suing because he lost a rap battle. All right. Kendrick and Drake, here we go. Universal Music Group has filed a motion to dismiss Drake's lawsuit over the promotion of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, arguing that Drake is suing out of frustration of losing a rap battle and taking legal action to salvage his wounds. The motion, reviewed by Variety, claims that Drake provoked and willingly participated in the rap battle, but instead of accepting defeat, filed a lawsuit against his own label. Plaintiff complaint is utterly out of merit and should be dismissed with prejudice, the state filing states. The document also highlights Drake's past stance against using rap lyrics as factual evidence, noting that less than 3 years ago, he signed a petition criticizing such practices. Drake was right then, and he's wrong now, the motion argues, calling his claim an attempt to save face after the alleged loss to Kendrick Lamar. Universal Music states that Drake's defamation claim lacks merit, claiming it's unfair to expect the label to promote his diss track while criticizing their support of Lamar's. All right, so unfortunately, we're going to have to talk about this, I'm sure, for the next couple of months. But regardless if I'm no longer Drake's #1 fan or president of Drake's fan club, because I'm so disappointed in the last album, the point is, though, regardless of however you feel about Drake, he has always said, and articles don't give him his just due, he's always said this has nothing to do with the music or the song or Kendrick Lamar. This all has to do with his contract negotiations with Universal. So, you know, he's out of his $400 million contract. He's trying to get $1 billion contract. And he is claiming that they used this song, promoted this song to, you know, dim his light so that they don't have to offer him as much money. Of course, Universal is going to say, hey, no, we were just promoting Kendrick. But were they working and promoting both songs fairly? That's what Drake is saying. Yes, we're both there. And he has reason to believe that you guys were promoting Kendrick more because you owe him $1 billion on his next re-up. So I think that, to be fair, you got to say both sides. And Drake has always said he doesn't care about the rap battle. He cares about his contract with Universal. If Universal gives him his $1 billion, he will totally drop everything. He doesn't care about the defamation. He doesn't care about all of that stuff. Well, I shouldn't say that, but trust me, he wants his $1 billion contract from Universal. He wants his re-up. Y'all let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. All right, our third lead story. I was very excited to get to this lead story. This should have been like breaking news or like lead story #1. But which of these ladies would you choose to give you an on-stage lap dance? All right, I feel like I inspired this post, although that, you know, Shade Room didn't give me any credit for it. But it's okay, Shade Room. I see you. I know y'all watching the pod. So last week when I played you a clip of Glorilla on stage giving her stage dance to a guy, I was dragging the guy on stage being like, yo, he's sitting there acting like he's all Mr. Cool, like he's not happy and he's not going to go home and like repost it all of his social media. And I alluded to the fact that Janet Jackson has the best stage dance of all times, the best ever. And I told you guys to go and Google it. And what do you know? The Shade Room puts out this poll and asks, who would you rather get a lap dance from? And everybody unanimously says Janet Jackson. I'm telling you, Glow did her thing, and we'll go through the list, but Janet is the GOAT. She's the GOAT. It's the best ever. I'll play little clips. And I also made a list of some honorable mentions, but I also think that Janet is almost like a Michael Jordan. Like, she shouldn't even be in the conversation. So when people ask me who's the best basketball player, I'm like, everybody knows it's Jordan. He's like the GOAT. So let's not even talk about him. And then I say it's Kobe Bryant because everybody else is just mere mortals compared to Jordan, right? So for me, Kobe, right? Some people will say LeBron. Some people say whatever, Magic Johnson or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So let's give Miss Jackson her just due. And now I can't play all clips here because obviously for copyright reasons. So I'm going to play little clips. Here's Janet, the GOAT, the greatest of all times, the best stage lap dance ever of all times. Janet, Miss Nasty. What is it? Miss Janet if you're nasty. Janet Jackson, Miss Jackson if you're nasty. Yeah, Miss Jackson if you're nasty. All right, here's Janet. Let's go. Did you see that guy's face? Like, so good. All right, so that is Miss Jackson. All right, now Tiana Taylor. I'm going to save my answer to the end. Tiana Taylor, take a look. Okay, Tiana. Whoa. All right. Y'all got to go and like watch these whole things and like Google, like do a deep dive because obviously I can't play the whole thing. I'm sure like YouTube is going to flag this. But anyways, this is a must for the culture. All right. Next, we're going to go to Rihanna. Take a look. Okay, Riri with the leg. It's just go Riri. Okay, boom. That's dope. All right. Next, Sierra. Take a look. Okay, Sierra with the flip and the turnaround with the glasses. Like, okay, I see you, Sierra. I see you. Next is Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. I mean, you had to put the Queen Bee in there, obviously, right? Here it is. So that was Terrence Howard. Beyonce was dancing for Terrence Howard. Michelle was dancing with Nelly. And, oh my gosh. Kelly, Michelle. Oh, no, sorry. Beyonce was on, oh my gosh. Y'all know how I'm with names. Hold on. Beyonce was on Terrence Howard. Michelle was on Nelly. No, Michelle was on Magic Johnson. And then Kelly was on Nelly. Whew. Okay. I was like, is there 4 members of Destiny's Child? I was getting confused there. Okay, so that was hot. It was hot, but I mean, Beyonce was with Jay at the time, and this was just, catered to you. It was like, they didn't go all out. But I mean, Terrence Howard got Beyonce to dance for him on stage. I mean, that's pretty dope. And this was an award show, and it wasn't a concert, so it was pretty clean. And then now, the Shade Room put Glow up here, but anyways. Shout out to Glow. You know I love you, Glow, but this is not necessarily your area, but we'll still give you an honorable mention because you brought up the conversation. You and me brought this conversation up. Here is Glorilla. Okay, shout out to Glow. Shout out to Glow. But I mean, listen, she's a rapper, and I just don't feel like she has those kind of moves. But okay, so I would like to add some honorable mentions, and trust me, my list was long, and I had to really think about it. I put a lot into this, I'm telling you. I was really going to make this lead story number one. All right. I feel like Doja Cat needs to be on there. You have to put Doja Cat on there. You have to. She's wild. She's fun. That's going to be a good dance. I haven't seen her do one, but she should make the list. Madonna has to be on the list. Like, Madonna, are you kidding me? Like, the things that she has done, and you could Google it, like, Madonna has got to be there. I don't care her age now. Madonna needs to enter the chat. I said Glow was a rapper, but she's also just more like a thug kind of like hardcore rapper, and I don't feel like she has those kind of moves. It's not like in her repertoire. But you know who has that in the repertoire? Lotto. Lotto could be in the conversation. Lotto could be in the chat. For real, for real. Little Kim has to be here. Like, Little Kim, the originator in the hip hop, like hardcore, like Kim has to enter the chat. And the last one is probably going to surprise you, but think about her Instagram nowadays. Who is on their Instagram doing nothing but dancing and shaking their thing on Instagram? That's all she does right now. I'll give you guys a second. Have you thought about it? Britney Spears. She has to be in there because it's all she does right now. Like, she doesn't do anything else. Like, literally go to her Instagram. It's like all she does. She puts on music. She puts on some very questionable outfits, and she's be dancing around. So she's got to be in there. All right. That is all of them. Guys, comment below who you would pick. Women, who do you feel is the best? Or some women, who would you want to have the dance with? Because I think actually Tiana Taylor was dancing on a girl there. Anyways, are you guys ready for my answer? Like I said, just to reiterate, Janet Jackson is the best. She's the originator of this. They're all doing it because of her. I saw one comment like, Janet Jackson walked so the rest of these girls can run. Like, they're all doing this because of Janet. All right. I wonder if I should make you guys guess my answer and then tell you tomorrow. I'm going to do that. I am going to tell you, I'm going to check in the answers. I'm going to see who of all of these girls do you think would be my choice. Oh, I just thought about that last second. I was so excited to tell you guys. Anyways, comment below. Let me know who your answer is, who you want it to be, guy or girl or whatever, whoever you are. And also tell me which one, who you think my pick is. And then I'll give you guys my answer tomorrow. And don't forget, when you comment below, don't forget to tell me what city, what country, where you're from. We know we global. We like to see where you're at. All right. Comment below. We'll tell you guys on Wednesday's episode. Our fourth lead story. Yolanda Saldivar's family partially blames Selena for her own unaliving. Can you believe the audacity of these people? Just when you thought you heard it all, Yolanda's family is stirring the pot ahead of her parole hearing, and their claims are straight up unsettling. According to them, Selena, the beloved queen of music, is partially to blame for her own tragedy. Yep, you heard that right. In an exclusive interview with the New York Post, an unnamed member of Yolanda's family defended her actions, saying, Yolanda knows what she did was wrong and she takes responsibility for it, but she was reacting to the way that she was confronted. They went on to say that the moment spiraled out of control because of the way Selena confronted her about the money situation. Yo, I hope this alone gets her parole denied. Like, this is ridiculous. Now, for those of you who don't know the whole story, I'm not going to go and explain it, but just watch the movie Selena. That was Jennifer Lopez's breakout role, or one of her breakout roles. Gosh, I've seen that movie, I think, at least 4 or 5 times. Such a great movie. But for those of you who don't know, you don't need to know the story to know that Selena did nothing wrong. There's no part to blame at all. And Yolanda was 100% wrong. I don't remember how long she's been, but it's got to be at least, 15, 20 years now, at least. Yeah. Anyway, so I guess she's up for parole. I think she got 25. Anyways, I hope she gets denied because clearly her and her family are not remorseful. And, that's one of the things they look at in parole, right? Now, one thing I will say, a little asterisk, this is her family saying it. You don't know how she is feeling. I would like to hear from her. But if your family is feeling that way, it's probably from you as well, too. So we'll follow up on this and let you know. I think the parole is sometime this week, and we'll find out if she gets out. If she gets out, trust me, it's going to be a problem, man. Selena was loved. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. All right, y'all, this brings us to quick news. Y'all know what time it is. Ring my Tuesday bell. I know it sounds bad. It's just fun. Just bring it. Our first quick story. Shaking my head, man. This is crazy. SZA, you the illest, the best. We had this conversation and you didn't believe me when I told you you were the one. You're literally the one. Shout out to the king. All right, this comes from Punch. SZA's ex-manager and works with TDE. And he is reposting something from chart data that says SZA's SOS is officially the longest running top 10 album by a black artist in Billboard 200 history. And guess who she is surpassing? The king of pop, the king of music, Micheal Jackson, Thriller. Now, I didn't have time to do a little bit more of a deep dive in this, but I would like to see, I feel like there's some sort of semantics being played, not taking anything away from SZA, but the longest running top 10 album by a black artist in Billboard 200 history, surpassing Micheal Jackson, but I just feel like there's some semantics there. Because why is it the black artist? That's the part that's like shaking me off. If you add in artists altogether, does she still pass him or does she not? That's what I would like to know. Anyways, still a feat regardless. SOS is a great album. So shout out to SZA. She's going on tour with Kendrick Lamar. So shout anything that you pass Micheal Jackson is a hit. But like I said, I feel like there's some semantics being played. Shout out to SZA. Our second quick story. Do y'all agree? DJ Akademiks says women are more turned up to Drake's music than Kendrick Lamar's. Yeah, duh. Why is this a big conversation this weekend or past weekend? DJ Akademiks says, no disrespect. Kendrick making GAN member music. And the girls ain't with that. They want this type of ish. Sorry, the rating is like crazy. He said, if I'm lying, post y'all videos of girls twerking to TV off or Not Like Us. And here's a little video of Ak on a boat where he says, when you turn on that Drake, we ain't fitting to play TV off or any other Kendrick stuff. So here's a little video.
Y'all Kendrick fans can't understand. I can understand. Who's I ever me?
All right, a lot of dancing going on in today's episode. I don't see the big debate about this. I think Kendrick knows the type of artist he is, and I think Drake knows the type of artist he is, and I hope Drake continues to be that way with this next alleged full rap album that he's doing, which I don't think is a good idea. But anyways, I digress. But yeah, I mean, that's Kendrick's lane. Now, I understand, I think where he's trying to go is that Kendrick has a decision to make. He's no longer just a conscious hip hop artist that just has this kind of backpacker lane, because now he has number one hits like Luther. He has Not Like Us. He's on the Super Bowl. He won 5 Grammys, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, blah, 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 blah. So is he going to start making a little bit more mainstream, commercially viable music where people are playing it in the clubs or people are dancing or whatever? That's, I think, where he's trying to say is that, Kendrick can't keep this up. He's going to have to go back in his lane. And Drake has the ladies, he has the clubs, etc. Now, that is a better way of articulating it for us to have a conversation about it. That's all right. That's why I'm here and I do what I do. It's definitely a good question. And I think Kendrick, at the core of him, will always make music for his core base. I actually don't feel like Kendrick himself likes club anthem club music #1. I don't think that he actually cares about that. And does he like the position that he's in now? I'm sure he does, but I don't think he likes it like how a Drake would like it or how a pop artist would like it. I don't feel like he personally gets much from that. And you know that from his Super Bowl performance where it's up in the air if people liked it or not. Like, he's like, yo, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not here to put on a show and party with you. I'm here to put out a message. And that's what he wants to do. And he's been adamant about that since the beginning. You haven't seen him on interviews partying it up. You haven't seen him on Instagram. Like, that's just who he is. So I feel he'll let this ride out. He'll go on his tour, and I think he'll go back to being who he is being. I don't think he's going to flip and change, but you never know. Anyways, y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. Our third quick story. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour has sold out 94% capacity across all dates, Live Nation reports. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour has sold out 94% capacity of all dates, Live Nation reports. Billboard projects $325 million gross from 31 shows. Jeez, Queen Beyonce, man. Huge stadium tour she's going at, if you guys remember. She's not bouncing around anymore. She's going to like MetLife Stadium in Jersey, and she's like, yo, I'm doing 6 shows. Come see me. It's almost like she's doing like a residency in like the biggest cities in, I was going to say North America, but I don't think she's coming to Toronto. No. I'm a little surprised. I thought it would be completely sold out by now, but they added a bunch of dates. So anybody who wants to go and see Beyonce, Cowboy Carter, there's 6% room left at all the events. I feel like that's why Live Nation is putting this out. Yo, Live Nation, I'm helping y'all out, man. Cut the check. Our fourth quick story. U.S. gas prices has dropped to a 4-year low. According to AAA, the national average price for a gallon of gas on March the 13th was $3.07. Exactly a year ago, the average was $3.39. However, in California, the price for a gallon is $4.74, making it yet again the most expensive market in the nation. Meanwhile, Mississippi is the cheapest with $2.64 a gallon. $2.64 a gallon. That's crazy cheap. All right. So first of all, as I told you guys, my biggest demographic is the U.S. So my American listeners, is this true? Are you guys seeing this? Because I saw some people in the comment section being like, yo, why am I paying this or why am I paying that? But I think it's really depending on who you are. So sound off below, people in the US. Is this reflective of really what you're paying out there? Second thing is, do we give this credit to Donald Trump? And now I'm asking because every time I talk about Trump or I talk about anything, I always say, hey, Trump, do whatever that you're doing. Yes, you have a mandate, etc. But are you going to lower the gas prices? Are you going to lower egg prices, inflation, interest rates, housing? Now, the price of eggs has come down. And now I'm hearing the price of gas has come down. But the reason why I don't know if we should give Donald Trump credit right away, Linda, give me a second. For those of you who know, you know. Now, the stock market has been crashing for the past 2 weeks, okay? Been hurting out here, okay? I'm nervous to open my apps and check my stuff. Donald Trump says, that's not him. That's Joe Biden. So if the market going down is not Trump and it's Joe Biden, is the gas prices and eggs Joe Biden too? I don't know when it's Biden or I don't know when it's Trump. So please, I'll let you guys sound off. Help me out. As y'all know, I'm independent. I see things on both sides. That Biden does something, Trump does something. We report it equally here. We're a Purple podcast. But I want to know, Linda, does Trump get the credit for lowering the gas prices and the eggs prices? And if he does, should he also be blamed for lowering the stock market? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Hey, Linda. Our fifth quick story. You ain't even worth it. You got me out here looking crazy. I shouldn't have ignored the signs. You wasted all my time. I should have just sang that for you guys, huh? Chole Bailey recently took on Chris Brown's residual challenge, putting her own unique spin on the song. In her version, she passionately sings, You ain't even worth it. You got me out here looking crazy. I shouldn't have ignored all the signs. You wasted all my time. Wasted all my time. All right, maybe she does a little bit better. I'll play a quick little snippet so that you can hear it. And then I'll let you know who she's talking about. Well, I think on the sign you already saw that Burna Boy is right beside there, but I'll give you guys some context. Listen to my homegirl, Chloe.
You ain't even worth it, got me out here looking crazy. I shouldn't have ignored all the signs. You wasted all my time. Oh, we had the potential, but you're so predictable. You can have the residual.
You're so predictable. You can have the residual. I love that part. Yo, Chloe did her thing, man. And wasted all my time. I like how she put the time. Anyways, shout out to Chloe. Anyways, for people who are not daily listeners, we have told you guys about Chloe and Burna Boy, and I was like, yo, Chloe, you're wasting your time. And now she's singing it. So she was over in South Africa. Oh, no, not South Africa. In Lagos, Nigeria, with the king of Afrobeats, my guy, Burna Boy. And I was like, no, Chloe, don't do it. And one time she came out there, she came back, and we saw Burna with another girl the next couple of weeks after. Chloe was on the Breakfast Club. Lauren asked her, yo, what's going on? We see you out in Africa or out in Nigeria with Burna, but then we see him with another girl. And she said, oh, you'll have to ask him. So I was like, okay, she's letting it slide. It was the beginning. They were dating. Then a couple of weeks ago, we also played where there was an influencer out in Nigeria that was like, hey, I was with Burna Boy. He promised me a Lambo and he didn't buy me a Lambo, and we were dating. And then Chloe unfollowed him. So she gave him one chance and he messed up, and now it's over. And now she's singing a song about him. And y'all know the best music is breakup music. So I'm happy that she is done. I mean, I love Burna Boy and everything too, but Chloe, nah, man. Maybe you should look into the Jamaican countries. Our sixth quick story. All right, y'all, I'm putting out an APB. I need y'all to help me find these Eggo ice cream sandwiches. I've been seeing this trend going out online of these sandwiches from all of these sweets. There was a Rice Krispies ice cream sandwich, and I was like, yo, I need these. And now I'm seeing these Eggo ice cream sandwiches, and I can't find where they are. My two nephews are in the US. I asked them, they're like, yo, one of them is like me that has the biggest sweet tooth, but I'm going to play this. Anybody knows where we can get this from? Help your boy out. Take a listen. They look so good. An Eggo ice cream sandwich. Oh.
Now, how is it that I live downtown Dallas, but I'm waiting over here in Arlington, bro, because y'all buying up everything, so I can't get the Rice Krispie treats. But somebody told me about these Eggos. This is how it look. We're going to see if they better than the Rice Krispie treats. Y'all the first bite. Hey! I think I might just sit here for a second.
Yo, this guy's punching the air. Oh my gosh. I'm going to show you guys a little picture. I hope I can find it. I'm going to put a picture. This is something I have every week. It's like an ice cream shop by close where I live. And it's an ice cream. There's an ice cream middle. It has white chocolate macadamian cookies on each side. Then a white chocolate. I get them to pour the white chocolate on it. And then I put Score over it. I shake it up, put it in the fridge, and it comes out looking like this. Ice cream sandwiches are my thing. If anybody knows where I can find these Eggo ice cream sandwiches, please send me a DM or comment below. They look amazing. I need this. Our seventh quick story. All right, this is a really cool story. Well, not cool for the person, but get a load of this, okay? Woman claims the G-Wagon that Jello gifted Rashida Nicole is actually hers. She says she custom built the vehicle and waited years for it to arrive, but didn't have the money to buy it because it came a month early. That car doesn't mean as much to them as it does to me. Okay, get a load of this. She has a 20-minute clip. I'm going to play a little clip for you, but let me give you some context. If you've ever ordered and waited on a car, you feel her pain. And Jello, you have enough money, man. Give this girl back her car. Anyways, I'm trying to help Pearl Energy. Y'all. Anyway, let me just tell you the story. All right, get into this. A woman who goes by the name of Pearl Energy just hit social media with a wild claim. She says the custom G-Wagon Jello Ball gifted his new boo, Rashida Nicole, is actually hers. In a lengthy video, the woman broke down the entire saga, revealing that she has been working on ordering her dream custom G-Wagon since November 2023, almost a year and a half. According to her, everything was going smoothly. She successfully placed the order and even had the vehicle shipped to the US. But here's where it gets messy. The G-Wagon apparently arrived 1 month earlier than expected, and she wasn't financially ready to pay for it at the moment. Because of this, the dealership allegedly put the car up for general sale. And guess who swooped in? None other than Jello Ball, who ended up buying the luxury whip for Rashida Nicole. Now, after spotting her custom G-Wagon all over the internet, the woman is begging the internet to help her get in contact with Rashida Nicole, hoping that she'll be able to buy her car back. Okay, so this was over the weekend. I was going to put it in yesterday's show, but there was already too much and was going on too long. I was like, oh, it's not really important. And I'm mad at Jello for not taking care of his kids with Nikki Baby. Shout out to Miss Nikki Baby. Anyways, here is the post of Jello Ball buys boo Rashida Nicole a new G-Wagon. All right, so here's a G-Wagon. Somebody put in the corner, she goes, hope it's in your name. And she goes, yes, it is, which is, I don't know why people get into people's business like that. Anyways, here's the G-Wagon with the bow on it. And here is the video from Pearl Energy, who's an artist. Take a listen.
I'm just going to go public because I need help, and I need help fast. So in November of 2023, I stepped out on faith and I ordered my custom G-Wagon. For many years, I have been trying to just buy them online and different things, and it always fell through because I wasn't ready. So I said, I'm just gonna order it. So I ordered it in November of 2023, and it was scheduled to come in June of 2024, my birthday month. However, it got delayed, and they said your car got converted to a 2025. So basically I had to wait a whole nother year. I had to reorder it in August of 2024. I got on the allocation list, and they told me that it would be here in March. So I was getting all my money together. I work in the music industry. I'm an artist. I get money in the music industry. So I was getting all my stuff together, and the car came early, okay? The car came in February.
Okay, I have to spare you. Trust me. Even the article said it's lengthy. Okay. Anyway, so who cares why it took so long? It literally came up, and she didn't want to lease it. She didn't want to finance it. She wanted to just buy it all cash, but it came early, and she was like, yo, I wasn't ready. You guys told me it was going to come in March. I'm not ready right now. Can you give me a little bit more time? They waited. I think she said 7 days. And on the 8th day, they're like, sorry, we cannot wait. Jello was like, boom, I'll buy it. Now she's trying to get in contact with Rashida Nicole. I even DM'd Rashida. I added her. I'm trying to help Pearl Energy. I have no clue who Pearl Energy is. Nobody knows, but this is the great thing about social media, right? We can all come together and help everybody. Anyways, she doesn't want no favors. She's like, I want to buy it back from you and give you a little bit more money so that you could go buy whatever you want. She just built this car from scratch, and she wants it. If you have ever gone through this, I have gone through this with these luxury cars. It is, let me tell you, you got to have connects, and I have connects. And I waited on a car that was supposed to take 2.5 years, and I got it in like 5 months or 6 months. But that process, it's a long process, and you got to know somebody to know somebody, know somebody. So if she like, I could feel like her seeing that picture. It's almost like you're looking at like you're something that you created. It's almost like looking at your own child almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll be honest, I don't even really like the G-Wagon that much. I don't even really like the color. I don't even like the design, but I feel her pain of just like what she went through to get all of that and to lose it just because it came a month early. Anyways, if anybody out there cares, maybe you don't, but this is going all over social media. I think it's also because everybody's like so mad at Jello right now. But anyways, Let me know in the comment section below if you feel for Pearl Energy. She's actually also too in the music industry. I think she says she's like a rapper or something like that, but she literally doesn't want no help. She has the money, and I feel like Jello could just literally just go and just get another G-Wagon. Although they're not super hard to get. That's why he got lucky and just swooped this up. But it's not even your own design. It's not the color. It's not the thing that you want. You're just out here flossing in somebody else's design. So give Pearl Energy back her car, Rashida Nicole. And maybe give Nikki Baby back her man, too. I probably doesn't even want him anymore. But anyways, that's the story. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our 8th quick story. The Tate brothers meet Kanye West. Andrew Tate and Kanye plotting to fix the Matrix code. All right, I'm not going to give too much energy into this because you know how much I strong dislike for the Tate brothers. And although that I have respect for Kanye for what he's done in his life and for the culture, I'm starting to actually maybe put him in that classification because the way how he's moving, it's I'm not happy about it. However, the fact that we were talking today about him having custody of his kids, I wanted to just show you who else he is doing things with. Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate. Here's a little video. Think about it, Kim. Donald Trump didn't even want to associate with Andrew Tate. Remember when he landed and I made a big stink of it? And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're letting him back in or whatever, blah, blah. And people were like, oh, it was Trump, whatever. They asked Trump in the Oval Office. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Now, I don't know if I 100% believe that because we did our due diligence and we found out that it was the Trump's administration that was vying for the Tate brothers to be allowed back in. And now he was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. But at least on the surface, he doesn't want to have anything to do with them. And Kanye West is sitting down and looking like he's planning and scheming and doing things with Andrew Tate. Kim, come get your kids, yo. Our 9th quick story. Forever 21 to close its U.S. stores as it files for bankruptcy for the second time. It looks like things will be coming to an end for Forever 21's U.S. locations after the company filed for bankruptcy for the second time since 2019. According to ABC News, the clothing retailer is set to close its U.S. stores after filing bankruptcy. The operator of Forever 21 U.S. unit cited competition from foreign fast fashion brands, increasing costs and economic challenges as some of the reasons for its decline. As of now, the company's website and U.S. locations will remain open as it searches for a last-minute buyer for its assets as it begins settling down operations. The company listed its assets between $100 to $500 million, but the liabilities are between $1 and $10 billion. 100 to 500 million in assets. 1 to 10 billion. Lord. This is really sad. People often ask me, hey, Trent, why did you close down your retail stores? Why did you get out the retail business? Why? Because I'm a visionary, bruh. I saw this coming from a mile away. This is why I took Nike to court. This is why I did everything that I did. Sorry, for those of you who are new to the channel, you might not know the whole story and I won't get into it. I literally wrote books about it. And I saw this coming and I told Nike that we have to shift and make a change in how we do things because retail stores won't be able to last in this new climate that's coming. Nobody wanted to listen to me, but it's cool because I got out with all my money and Nike is hurting right now and their stock is down. And you see all these big places closing down. If you have one little mom and pop store, okay, that's fine. But US retail, tough right now. Sorry to see, man. Our 10th quick story. Chicago easily has the best downtown in the continental US. I feel like everybody's listening to my podcast because that's exactly what I said last week. I said one of my favorite cities in the world is Chicago. And I was like, they're literally up there as probably like top 3 cities in the world, And I don't want to name them because y'all know I'm Jamaican, Floridian, and Canadian. So I don't want to get any of my people upset at me, but Montreal is in there, Toronto's in there, New York is in there, Japan is in there, and Chicago's in there. man, I told the story of when I was modeling. Like I was modeling in Chicago. I got a contract. I think I was there for like a month. They put me up in this condo. The first day I went out, I walked around Chicago, honestly, for around 12 hours. Never got tired. It was just such a beautiful city. The scenery, things that when I was training for my marathon, I literally flew out to Chicago for a day to run on that. I think it's called the Magnificent Mile. Like it's just breathtaking. It is gorgeous. What a gorgeous city. Anyways, some people commented and said Chicago is like a cleaner New York. Some people said summertime Chicago is unmatched. Downtown Chicago between May and September, and Chicago got the best food in the country. I will be going this summer to see what all the hype is about. Summertime shy. Definitely Chicago, the best architect with lakes and river views. Like, yo, you're driving downtown and there's lakes and waters and rivers like through downtown. It's just unbelievable. Somebody else said, I can't lie, Chicago got it. And I'm from ATL and I've been to New York, Miami, Houston, Dallas, New Orleans, LA, Seattle, and Vegas. 1,000%. I mean, yo, Vegas is a strip. Seattle, I've never been, but I heard it's dope. LA's downtown ain't not much, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, sorry, don't mean to say anything about LA. I mean, I love LA, but you would say downtown is beautiful. You hear not from there being like, oh, Hollywood Boulevard. What? You know, like, y'all know I got to go to New Orleans. I have to go to New Orleans so badly. Dallas, we know is dope. Houston, we know is dope. Miami's dope, but Miami's really the nightlife and the beach. Like city-wise, like a city. Anyway, Chicago got it, man. Yeah, anyways, I feel like I'm, feel like we're doing big things out here, you know? We talk and then it starts getting on these blogs. Like, let's just show this off. Shout out to Chicago. Our 11th quick story. Elon Musk posted a picture with him, and I think this is his son, and he said, going back to this haircut. And there's the haircut. The article says, or the caption says, Elon Musk said he's going back to the hairstyle in this picture with his son. Y'all feeling it? Now, I have a question. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. He has SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, etc. He is literally firing like half of the government. And people even on our comment section, I read you guys a couple of comments last week where it's like, oh, I'm one of the people that got laid off by Elon Musk. This guy has time to thirst trap? What? Yeah, I'm going back to this haircut. We don't care about your haircut, Elon. Stop firing people. Jeez. And the haircut sucks. Elon Musk, I'm going back to this haircut. We don't care. We don't care, bro. We don't care. Our 12th quick story. He said I was 100% fumbled. 48 and loading. Saint Tamar Day. Tamar Braxton shows off that revenge body for the summertime. All right, shout out to Tamar. It is her birthday. She turned 48, and she's out here thirst trapping. This is the type of thirst trap we don't mind. All right, Elon. You know what I'm saying? Tamar looks great. People are definitely applauding her in the comment section. She is single out here having a good time. So shout out to Tamar. Let me know what y'all think about Tamar in the comment section below. But Elon, this is a lesson in how to thirst trap. What you're doing is horrible. Shout out to Tamar. Yo, maybe we should put Tamar on the list of the stage dancing, but I mean, she's not a music artist, but yo, let's just put her in there. All right, this brings me to my favorite segment, Comments of the Day. All right, we're going to kick things off with 419 Podcast. He says, great job as always, bro. I watch every night. That makes me feel good. You guys know that my demographic is 80% American and 75% of that is women. So I love when I see guys in the comment section. Guys, come on over here, man. You know what I'm saying? We need to balance this podcast out. So shout out to the dudes in the comment section. All right, next comment is 71 Bevy Baby. Says, Kanye is all over the place. He is the only one trying to be talked about. He learned from the Kardashians that any press is good press. Stop giving them all Stop giving them all attention. It's all toxic. All right. Just 2 seconds. If anything, they learned that from Kanye. Let's not get it twisted. Like, don't take anything away from the Kardashians, but Kanye took the Kardashians to another level. Because don't forget, she was with like Chris Humphries and she was doing like reality TV, but it's Kanye that took that whole family to another level. Even Kim's style and everything, it was Kanye. Let's, give the man his credit. And he knows that all press was good press. So give the man his props. Second of all, I see what you're saying of like, let's not give them attention, but you have to understand where we come as content creators that, and especially a podcast like mine is like, we're here to bring you viral and entertainment news. And yet we're a daily podcast, right? So imagine if Kanye West does something that's all over the place and I say, I'm not going to give him attention. You're going to hear it and be like, whoa, Trent didn't know this. You know what I'm saying? So we have to do our due diligence as a viral entertainment podcast to report things that are viral. So I get what you're saying, but if we all had like a bat line where we can all collectively talk as content creators and be like, yo, let's not talk about Kanye, I would love it. I would get what you're saying. But when things are already viral, then we have no choice but to pick it up. It's a tangle web. All right. Kim says, watching from Arizona. What? Shout out Arizona. There's no song with Arizona, but shout out to Arizona. Y'all know I've said whenever I hear comments from Arizona, I really want to come out to Arizona. The golf out in Arizona, I heard, is amazing. And I'm sure you could golf anytime out there. Anyway, shout out to Arizona. And thank you, Kim, for your comments. I like your blonde hair, Kim. Okay. Kim with a little short hair and with the blonde. Okay, Kim, I see you. Call you when I come out to Arizona, Kim. All right. Mia, I think it's Mia, says, I'm a beginner on this podcast, and so far, you're the best. CPT Cali, Compton, California. Yo, what up, Mia? All right, y'all know I'm a Cali boy. My aunt and 6 cousin lived out in California. I came out to live with them for a while, so that's another thing that we can add to my title. I'm a Jamaican, Floridian, Californian, Canadian. My aunt owned the only reggae nightclub out in Santa Monica. And when I came out there, one of the first places, I was like, yo, I want to go to Compton. And they were like, who comes out and says you want to go to Compton? But, like I was a little bad kid being like, yo, I want to go to the hood. I don't want to be up in these nice places. Although her place wasn't all that great, but I was still like, I think she lived in East LA at the time. But I was like, yeah, I went to Compton, we went to Watts. I got out the car and I got back in that car real quick, yo. But anyways, shout out to Compton, California, man. Yo, the TOL podcast is in Compton, California. What up? What it do? West Side? I didn't throw any signs when I was out there. All right, next one is Nora. Nora says, love your show, Nora in Illinois. I can't go to sleep without your show. Nora, give me a hug. Give me a virtual hug. Yo, Nora can't go to sleep without watching the Trent Out Loud podcast. Love that. Shout out to Illinois. Sarah says, do we think Big's mom was unalived or that they're just trying to profit now that she is no longer here? Well, Sarah, like I said in yesterday's episode, I can't say those things because we'll get cease and desist letters. But what do you think? Like I said, it's very convenient that from what we heard, she was pretty healthy. You see that little Kim is like putting posts up about her. And Diddy needs money. And Diddy's people are now taking over now that she's no longer here. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Next one is Anthony. Atlanta here. Whoop. Shout out to the A. Yo, what up? Shout out to the A. Laugh out loud. I wake up every morning to your show. Good job. Anthony, what up? Oh, A for Anthony and A for Atlanta. What up? And another guy in the comment section. What up? Shout out Anthony. I'm actually going to be in Atlanta next month for Charlemagne's Podcast Festival. So what up? And we're going to Magic City. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to go to the Cheesecake Factory in it's not Lenox Mall. Is it Lenox? I think it's Lenox. Anyways, shout out to Atlanta, man. Love Atlanta. All right. Next one is from Carmen. She said, hello, Trent. There's good and bad in every race. Get to know them and then decide, but go Puerto Rico. Laugh out loud. Carbon from New Jersey. Shout out to New Jersey. What up, Jersey? Y'all know I used to live in Jersey, Mount Holly, Jersey. Okay, Puerto Rico. Hey, y'all know I love my South American. Well, I know Puerto Rico's part of the U.S., but Puerto Rico, South American, DR, Colombia. You don't have to tell me twice. But I do, of course, 100% agree that this is from yesterday. There's good and bad in every race. Get to know them all. Let's not group up and say all black women are this and all white women are this and all Asian women are this. Like, by the way, I love you guys so much, man. Everybody's in the comment section saying, yo, Trent, we agree with you. You can't group all women together. One black woman does something. You can't be like, oh, black women are this. Like, this is crazy. We're all individuals. Yes, our race and culture do define some of us and some traits in us, but we all grow up and come from different people and different walks of life. So we can't group and stereotype people. Not fair. Get to know everybody, then decide. But definitely Puerto Rico. Isn't there a song? Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Was that Fat Joe or somebody had a song like that? Anyways, shout out Puerto Rico. Thank you, Carmen. Veronica says, Trent, the thing I like most about your show is when you're being goofy. Me? Being goofy? I'm never goofy. What are you talking about? I'm like the most serious guy. I'm a newscaster. Hello. Welcome to the Trent Out Loud episode. Imagine if I did the episode like that. Hello. What do I say in the beginning? What up? What up? This is Trent Out Loud. I'm back with another episode. Today, we are going to kick things up. Goofy's what I do. All right. What's wrong with me? It gets grinning ear to ear. It gets grinning ear to ear, but overall, your podcast is very refreshing. I always look forward to it every day. Thank you for being authentic. Let's go. I watch from Fort Worth, Texas. What up, Texas? Yo, I think we need to do like a Trent Out Loud live from Texas. Yo, I feel like everybody in Texas watches the Trent Out Loud podcast. Every day there's somebody in the comment section from all over Texas. Houston, what up? Fort Worth, what up? Sup, man? What is wrong with me today? I get very hyped when I read the comments. All right. Sally says, wow, I just can't this morning. Who the F says we need to get to know more about each other before we decide to get together forever after knocking them up? Yeah, maybe his PhD is from the streets rather than academia. Or maybe that's the crack in our academic system showing. I'm sort of at a loss for words right now. Just wow. Sally from North Carolina, come on and raise up, take your shirt off. Jeez. I love when there's a song that goes with where you're from. Sally, I couldn't agree with you more. It's mind-boggling to me. Sally's talking about Dr. Umar from yesterday's episode 468, where he was like, he has a kid with a woman, okay? This happened to him twice. He's like, yo, we have a kid together and a child together. And the baby mom was like, well, we should get married. And he goes, hold on a second. I need to live with you. I need to get to know you before I can make a life-altering decision like that. Bro, you guys have a kid together. You're already there for life. And now you want to date? He's basically saying like, yo, let's date. You have a kid together, dog. Anyways, Sally, couldn't agree with you more. Shout out to Sally. Stacy says, at least a 45-minute shower. Been watching every morning for the last 8 months from Tampa, Florida. I wish there was a Tampa. I'm sure there must be some Tampa song. Anyways, shout out to Tampa. I have cousins in Tampa. I was actually just in Tampa last year to see my cousin, who's no longer here. But anyway, shout out to Raymond. I was going to give you guys his nickname, but we'll go with government. I didn't say his last name, so it's fine. Shout out to Ray. Anyways, Tampa, Florida, cousins out there. Love that. Thank you for watching every morning. That's amazing. I love to hear, like, some people, I've even heard today, some people are like, yo, I watch every night. Oh, I watch every morning. Or yo, I watch you at work. Or I watch you in the gym. Those are the best, man. I love that. Whether they're bad or good comments, I just like to hear, like, when you're watching. It's really cool. Anyways, more importantly, 45 minutes, Stacy? Yo, I thought I was bad. Yo, like, geez. I was like, yeah, half an hour. 45 minutes. Lord, that is amazing. I'm going to try that. Maybe I might like it. I am team long shower. Stacy is the queen of long showers because 45 minutes is on another level. All right, the last one, I couldn't make out this name. It's a last name and a first name and a last name together. Dakisha, I think. I'm really sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. However, I do love this comment. Dakish says, I love your show. Hey, Linda, laugh out loud. Your relationship with Linda is hilarious. Free Wendy Williams. First of all, thank you for sending the free Wendy Williams. We at Trent Out Loud podcast, we want to be the podcast that helps free Wendy. But what I love about this in the most is that Linda is getting her own shout outs in our comment section. She literally wrote, hey, Linda. Like, yo, Linda is literally famous in the comment section. Like, I love it. And yes, I 100% love my relationship with Linda. She is my favorite Donald Trump supporter. She's my favorite Republican of all times. And we have an amazing relationship. And it's the whole point of this podcast where everybody from different political views and different walks can come together and have a good laugh and be goofy. So thank you very much for your comments. And thank you for saying where you're from. Don't forget, keep saying where you're from. And if you want to make it a little bit easier, write your name, because sometimes these names and the YouTubes are very hard to make out. Love the comments. Keep them coming. Love y'all. All right. This brings us to social discussion of the day. All right. I've been on a roll with social discussion. You guys have to give me that. Friday was good. Yesterday was good. Here's another one. What makes a man fall in love? Listen to this. You guys are going to be surprised because I actually disagree with this. Take a listen.
Real quick, right? A man doesn't fall in love with your looks. He likes the way you look, but that's just the bonus. A man falls in love with how you show your appreciation towards him, how you talk to him, how you respect him, how you pour into him, how you nurture him. Okay,
I have so much to say here. So first of all, I would like that to be true. I don't think in today's day and age, I don't think it's true. I think there's a lot of guys, not all, but I do think more and more guys are falling in love with girls for their looks. Yes, it's the first initial attraction, but we live in such an Instagram, social media world that guys want to show up and show out right now. And I feel like they're making a mistake. Let me just make that clear. I feel they're making a huge mistake. I don't do that. But as you guys know, I feel like I'm different from a lot of men. You guys hear me every day. Like I drag most guys, right? So I don't put myself in that classification. But I feel like a lot of dudes, and I have a lot of guy friends, they're with the girl that is hot. They're with the girl that is this. Like I have a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, that for him, he likes petite girls. That's what he likes. And he could be with a girl that has all these other elements, but he's like, she just doesn't do it for me. And he likes petite women. He likes Asian girls. And he's with a girl who is not giving him at all what his ex-girlfriend is giving him. And this girl is not giving him or half the woman that she was, but because she fits into his mold of a petite woman, that's what he likes. So he puts up with that. And I'm like, you are so stupid. And I say that all the time to you guys. I feel like you got to make two different choices. If you're single and you're having fun and you're dating, I feel like you can make that decision. Okay. Decide on whatever floats your boat. It's for the night. It's for the week. It doesn't matter. I feel like there's one girl for that, but a girl who you're falling in love with, meaning you guys are going to live together. You guys might have kids together. You're going to have children. Did I say kids together? Are you guys going to get married? That has to be a whole other girl. Yes, there has to be some attraction, but I feel like when you're looking for a wife or somebody to live with, a life partner, or to have kids with, that's when you have to start looking at the values and the type of person that she or he is, because especially if you guys are going to have kids, because there are going to be half of what your kids are. So if they don't have what you're looking for, they're going to put those things into the children. So I disagree with pretty much everything that she's saying, where men don't fall in love with your looks. They fall in love like how much you give to them and give back to them or whatever. She's describing a weak man. Sorry, what it is. I know she thought that she was onto something, saying, oh, it's just not looks. It's what you give to him, what you pour to him, how you make him feel or whatever. But that's an insecure man. That's somebody who doesn't know what he wants. And again, like I said, I'm talking about marriage, kids, life partner. No, a real man is going to look for a woman to be a real partner, a woman that is going to be able to challenge him and that he could challenge her, like a real partnership, somebody who you can have a friendship with, something that's balanced, somebody that you could make each other great. And for me, like I said, ultimately, I know the type of person I am, and I know the type of kids that I want to leave my legacy for. And I want to make sure that my wife or partner who I have kids with has those same values and have those same kind of wants out of life, so that we're not here saying like, I want my kids to be like this or I want my kids to be like that. We both want the same for our children. And that is unselfish. And that is what you should want when looking for a partner. And again, yes, I understand there has to be some sort of attraction or whatever, but come on, man. We're not here dating. This is not like a one-time kind of thing. We're talking about our lives here. So that's my take on this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You could dissect it and, really, what do men and women look for? And do you think that men fall in love and will be in love with somebody for their looks? Unfortunately, I think they do more and more these days. It's getting actually kind of bad out here. I have guy friends that literally do it to themselves. They're not happy, but she's so hot. Look at that outfit. That. But you don't get along with her. For what? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. For those who live outside the U.S., how does your country view America? All right, I thought this would be fun because, like I said, our prominent place is the U.S. However, we're still South Africa, England, Canada, etc. So I wanted you guys to fill in and let our American friends, but I'm part American, Floridian, and what else did I say today? Floridian and Californian. So I'm part of this, so be easy, okay? Anyway, somebody says, Canada hates y'all right now. We used to be besties. That's not true. That's not true at all. There's just a little bit of like friction between the governments, but we still love each other. Somebody says, I'm in Canada and I'm not happy with your government. Okay, that's a better way to say it. Another person said, it's an absolute S show. Love from Australia. Somebody says, who gives... okay, no, I'm not going to say that. Sorry, I should have... Somebody said, 1 star, I would not recommend. No plans on moving back. Been in Qatar for 2.5 years and it's good. I like that. 1 star I wouldn't recommend. They're giving you all a rating, like a Uber rating. Somebody says, we watch and laugh because we can't believe that the country that tried to be the world's moral police is such an S show. Somebody says, being from the US, I agree with all the comments. Somebody come get me and my little family. Somebody says, it's a circus with a clown in chief in charge of the car. Somebody says, growing up in Black South Africa during apartheid, America was the land of hope, opportunity, freedom, reviewed Black America as role models and imitated everything American, dress code, swag, music, everything. Now I'm good right here in South Africa. We have our challenges, but I'm fine right here. Somebody says, good movies, fun sense of humor, and okay, I won't say that last thing. Somebody says, we could have had this question about leprechauns. What? Okay. All right, what else? Somebody said, a burning dumpster of fire. That's mean. That's not true. Somebody said they're moving backwards. Y'all cooked. I'm just praying for y'all. As a Black American, I'm laughing at some of these comments. It is a S show right now. Somebody says, as an American, I couldn't agree more. Y'all are being too hard on the States, bro. Somebody says, we're on the same page. It's embarrassing that we have a felon running amok and nothing is being done about it. Somebody said, I'm from Belize and I view Philly like it's the best place in the world, but little did they know. Okay. Somebody says, it's giving secondhand embarrassment. All right. I'm not going to tolerate any more of this. No. All right, listen, let me tell y'all something about the US, okay? The US is not perfect, but it is still probably the best country on earth. It is the center of our universe. It's where everything happens. It's where everything is dictated from. I don't hear conversations about other people's presidents like I hear about Donald Trump, like whether you like him or not. It is still the land of the free, the home of the brave. And what I always say, and the thing that I love the most about the US is that there is so much opportunity in the US. And I've lived in different countries. And I've tried to start and do things in the US. And nothing is more freeing than trying to do something in the US. It's not a surprise why my biggest demographic, 80% of my demographic is in the US. It's the best place, man. It's like Canada, it's a beautiful place, but there's limitations in Canada. In the US, the whole world is your oyster. Like whether you're in business, like whatever it is that you do, like yes, it's not easy. Yes, there are things that are holding you back, but there's things that are holding you back in Canada. There's things that are holding you back in South Africa. But if you can find a way to get past those things, it's limitless. And that's what I love about the United States of America. When I think the US, I think that there is no limits. And somebody like me in entertainment industry or somebody who's like a businessman, it's the place for me, man. It's my place. I understand some people, how they feel right now, but if you ask me, it's still probably the best place in the world to live. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What's your views on America? If you're American, what is your view on the US? And if you're outside, what do you think about the US? But be nice, because y'all know I'm Floridian, Californian. So keep it light, y'all. All right, this brings us to sports news. SGA joins Michael Jordan as the only player over the last 40 years to record 40 or more games of 30 points in 3 straight seasons. Wow. Let me just read that again. As the only 2 players in the last 40 years to record 40 or more games of 30 plus points in 3 straight seasons. Nobody has ever done that since Jordan. SGA, man. I don't know. Oklahoma, they may be able to win it all this year. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think, man. And you know SGA is Canadian. Hey, Floridian, Jamaican, Californian, and Canadian. All right. And in our other part of sports news, this is breaking news. The Bengals have agreed to a contract extensions for Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins, the wide receivers. Chase signed a 4-year, $161 million that includes $112 guaranteed. That's for Chase. And T. Higgins agreed to a 4-year, $115 million deal that's guaranteed the first 2 years. This is according to Fox Sports. Listen, I told you guys I'm done with KFC. I told you that even before they lost. I'm going with the Bengals this year. Go Lamar Jackson. However, Joe Burrows, Ja'Marr Chase, and T. Higgins ain't nothing to play with. I think they might be my backup AFC team, and Kansas City might have to go third because I've always liked Joe Burrows. And if anybody knows the history, the only person in the AFC to beat Patrick Mahomes was Joe Burrow. So we'll see. They're locked in. They got to just get a little bit more like a more fine-tuned offense. And I think now that the contracts are signed and everybody is locked in, I think they could do some damage in the AFC. But hey, it's still basketball season. Let's get that out the way, and then we'll get back to the NFL. Shout out to Ja'Marr and T. Higgins. And of course, shout out to my guy, SGA. Tying Jordan? Jeez, it's huge. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for kicking it with me on this Tuesday show. I thought we had a fun show today. It was good, man. Let's clap it up for all of us, yo. Good show, good show. Normally Tuesdays are not that exciting, but I feel like we had fun. You know, I start to like ramp it up like Wednesdays and then Thursdays and then Friday. It's a party. All right, y'all. Let me just sign off. All right, I'm a little too crazy today. Thank you so much for kicking with me. Before I let you guys go, just want to remind you guys of all the ways to keep up with the Trent Out Loud podcast. For those of you who are used to watching this show on YouTube and you're going on a flight or you're going somewhere you don't have internet, you're like, wow, how am I going to wake up or listen or train or do whatever to the Trent Out Loud podcast without any internet? Well, guess what, YouTubers? We are also available on all podcast platforms. You could just download me, keep me in your pocket, listen to me anytime you want to. Just go to your desired podcast, type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show, because we upload daily, just like on YouTube. Now, that's for my YouTubers. Podcasters, this is a flag for you guys. I'm waving flag, the checkered flag. Yo, thank you so much for listening to us on podcast platforms. But come over to YouTube. This is me with my flag. I should get like a flag. I don't have a flag in here. Come on over to YouTube. It's a vibe over here. Trust me. If you're listening on podcast platforms, it's great, but you need to see us live and direct in person. We play videos, pictures, and put it up. It is a vibe. Trust me, I'm very animated and I'm always moving around. You need to see like my facial expressions. So come on over to YouTube. All right. Just go over to your YouTube platform or app, type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. There are a couple of things that you need to do though to join into the crew over here. Okay. 1, you need to hit that subscribe button. Done. 2, you need to hit the like button because you're going to like the show, obviously, if you're watching it, right? So, boom. Hey, I like that. The third and most important thing, you got to comment. You got to get into the comment. Our moderator, Linda, will tell you everything that you need to know in the comment section, the queen of the comment section. Comment. Let us know where you're from. You don't have to say anything. You could just say your name, where you're from. Or you could choose to answer any of our questions. Question of the day, social discussion. Of course, we would like for you to join in on the discussion. We're a community over here. So, of course, we like to get to know what everybody is saying, how long you're taking of a shower for. Not like it's any of our business, but hey, just jump into conversation. I'm team long shower, by the way. Yeah, comment below, join the community. And then as a bonus, if you want to have other people join the community and if you like the show, make sure to share it because that definitely helps in growing the channel. And I thank you for it. Now, for those of you who want to follow me on social platforms, I get asked a bunch. Just go to any social platform. I'm on all of them and just type in Trent Out Loud. I am there. That is the handle, Trent Out Loud. The app that I use the most is I'm on Instagram. You send me DMs, I'll answer you right away. I post your comments in my stories over the weekend. So check me out on the gram, Trent Out Loud. All right, that is it for Tuesday. I will see you. Yo, Hump Day Wednesday is fast approaching. Y'all know what that means. Whoop, whoop. Weekend's almost here. You see how positive I am? It's a Tuesday, and I'm already thinking about the weekend. I got y'all, man. I got us. Peace. What's wrong with me? Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace!